Chapter 6. Move with me, Geryon told Cadence. Can you do that? Yes, of course. Could she? Maintaining a firm grip, she used the jagged stones to edge along, ever conscious of the seemingly endless void awaiting her should she lose her balance, but far more aware of the male still behind her, caging her in, keeping her steady. Perhaps the wall is not as damaged as I feared. A goddess can hope, at least. Yes, a goddess can hope. How she yearned to rub against him, to drink in his strength, belong to him if only for a moment, but she did not, too afraid of distracting him, or startling him, or giving him too much of her weight and causing him to fall. A rock tumbled from the small ledge on which she had just placed her foot, and she yelped. Do not show your fear in any way, he said. The demons and the flames feed on it. We'll try to increase it. They are alive? The flames, I mean. Some of them, yes. Dear gods, how had she not known? I did not imagine the climb would be difficult. I wish I could flash us. Flash? The ability to move from one location to another with only a thought. You have this ability? Yes. And you can go anywhere? Anywhere I have already been. To flash somewhere I have not is dangerous. He thought for a moment. Have you been to the bottom of this cavern? No. He had to wonder why she, one of the keepers of hell, had not physically visited every inch. She had thought herself so clever, merely sending her mind through to watch, but she realized her mistake now. Then I ask that you do not try to flash. You might misjudge the distance and end up in a spot without a ledge, or underground. But she did not tell him that. That is a handy power to possess. I envy you. Poor man, he had been stuck at the gates of hell for countless lifetimes. If you could flash to anywhere in the world, where would you go? Once they had destroyed the demons trying to escape. Perhaps she would take him there. She would not be able to remain with him, of course, but seeing his happiness could fuel her fantasies for years to come. He grunted. I do not wish to lie to you, goddess. Therefore I will not answer your question. Oh, I appreciate your honesty. Why won't he talk to me? Curiosity bombarded her. Did his answer embarrass him, perhaps? If so, why? She desperately wanted to know, but let the matter drop. For now. We are almost there, he said, almost at the crack. Good. He was still close to her, still behind her, but he made sure not to touch her. Yet he couldn't stop his heat from enveloping her. It was not a heat she minded, even amidst the smouldering furnace that was hell. He was heedy. He stopped, forcing her to do the same. I am sorry to say it's worse than I thought it would be. His breath tracked over the back of her neck. What? She asked, horrified. Being near her was worse than he had thought. The wall. What else? Thank the gods, she thought, expelling a breath. Foolish woman. Her life depended on this wall. She should not care whether a man found her attractive or not. She forced her gaze straight ahead, her mind to center on her job, not the intriguing man behind her. Thick claw marks abounded, and what had appeared to be thin grooves on the other side were massive craters here. Hope abandoned her, irreparable in every way. And there are more determined than I realized, was all she said, voice trembling slightly. No reason to speak her fears aloud. Geryon might think she was complaining about his work or doubting his abilities. He adjusted his grip, his arm just over her shoulder. A tremor racked her. If she stood on her tiptoes, she would feel his skin through her chimation. Though it had been hundreds of years since she had had a man, she remembered the comfort such simple contact could offer. Do not worry, Cadence. I will not allow them to hurt you. He was using her name more freely now, and that gladdened her. Just so you know, I will not allow them to hurt you either. It was a vow. There was a pause. Then, thank you, he sounded unsure. You are welcome. She thought she heard him swallow. Shall I try and pat this side? No. Too much effort for too little reward. She realized that now. We should make our way to the bottom. Destroying the high lodge is the only way to prevent more damage. Evil laughter erupted behind them, and they both stiffened. Demons. Leave us, Geryon snapped. The laughter increased in volume, drew closer. He sighed. I cannot battle them like this, and they know it, he muttered, latching onto her waist. She gasped. Finally, he was touching her. It was amazing and wonderful, wild and intense, but there was no comfort in it, as she had expected. No, instead she experienced white-hot, searing arousal and a burning desire for more. What should we do? Time to fall, Cadence, he said, and then he released the rocks, taking her over the edge with him.